Hey everyone, it's J13KYJX, aka White. At I always do the wrong intro. This is White Talks, right? So I just wanted to talk to y'all about an idea that I've had that I've been seeing on YouTube, like people talking about it, and I just wanted to add on to it, right? So wait, hold up, I gotta take a hit. It's a honor and a privilege. No, it's not. To see me actively get high. Because who doesn't like getting high? You feel me? Alright, so check it out, right? Because I'm about to hit you with some facts. Not historical facts, not societal facts, but just facts, right? Look, I don't know what the fuck I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is that we are all still in a medieval mindset, right? Why do I say this? Jay, what the fuck are you on about? Nigga, look at society, bro. Look around you, nigga. It's like, bro, we really just took our attributes and put them all into technology. Cause why the fuck are we all still like doing the same shit? But Jay, look at hood niggas. Look at hood niggas. What are hood niggas, bro? They might as well be temple knights. They might as well be. Nigga, they're serving like not a lord, but they're serving like their own little kingdom, their blocks and shit, nigga. Like, come on, man. You can't tell me that's the same type of behavior we were having how many fucking years ago? Why are we still doing the same fucking thing? Politicians only care about power. Why is that still a fucking thing? Why have we as a society, as people, let it become what it is today? But it's not our fault. Yes, the fuck it is, nigga. Who the fuck is speaking about shit like that? I mean, a lot of people are. What's really happening? You know? I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm just upset. Very, very obviously upset. But, yeah. Medieval knights. I don't, that's like my one piece of evidence. That's all I needed to talk about today. Just medieval knights. Hood niggas. You know, politicians still being corrupt as fuck. Fucking still going on with war. What do you want about war? But Jay, war is always gonna be. Why? Why does war have to happen? Pay attention to every war we've been in. It's never been about self-defense, except maybe the first fucking war we've ever been in, right? As Americans, as the almighty Americans, right? Americans, right? We're all American here, right? Right? American. But look. What I'm trying to say is, why? Why are we still thinking like this? Are we, bro? It's like we have not. My only and this is my theory, right? Right. You start actually paying attention to how societies and things acted before. Nigga, what the fuck has changed? But besides just the material things around us, we haven't changed. We're still thinking like that. For some reason, we're still thinking like that. We're still thinking very selfishly. We're still thinking very dividedly, right? People don't realize that we are all one. We are all just people, bro. We are all just all trying to survive and be happy. You know? No. I'm making it sound easy. It's not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy. It takes work, nigga. The fuck? You gotta do the inner work so this place can be a better fucking place. You know? The world around you's crumbling, but you yourself are okay, then the world crumbling around you isn't anything to fret about. There's more worlds out there. Just because one world gets destroyed doesn't mean anything. But it's my world, yeah. We all, guess what? We all die. Everything comes to an end. Everything. And stop thinking about everything in the sense of people. Ideas die. You know, concepts die. You know, ways of living die in order for there to be something else. But if us as a society, as individuals, this is less about society and more about just what we do on a daily basis. Look, like take me for instance, right? I'm doing my best not to be materialistic, but it's like, wow, it's kind of hard. when that's everything that's around us, isn't it? Just the idea of owning, the idea of having more, and it's like, well, I'm trying to learn to be happy with the things that I have, and it's very true because it's like, bro, ever since I've been like at peace with the things that I have, not by forcing, right? Because you can't force yourself to be at peace, right? This has to be like an unraveling flower, a blossoming flower, where you get the idea, and it starts to just develop over time because you're addressing it, you're putting meaning behind it, and you're putting your action behind it, right? So, what am I trying to say? What am I trying to say? What am I trying to say? I am someone that is trying to be better. So therefore I will be better. That is just that is just true for everybody else. That's not just true for me. That's not just true for anybody that you see that's making it or that's successful or anything, right? You yourself need to try. So, you know, this sounds very fucking what's the word? Very what's that shit? I sound like a stupid dumb bitch. You feel me? Cause it's like, nigga, you're preaching all of this shit, but you're like at a home. Go tell that to a homeless person. Go tell him to try. Yeah, go tell the fucking homeless person to try. I bet you he hasn't tried in 20 fucking years, bro. That nigga gave the fuck up, bro. You can't give up in this world, nigga. Just because something happens to you that is the worst possible thing, bro, you gotta still try. Try. Because then my nigga, you might as well just kill yourself. I'm not gonna play with you. If you're so, you're not gonna give up, nigga. That's why you keep saying it, but it doesn't happen. You feel me? I'm trying to, you feel me? If you're someone that's always saying I'm gonna give up, nigga, you're not going. The way your brain tests you, you're testing yourself constantly to see if you are meant to survive, and that's just how our brains work, right? That's how our brains work, how they develop to like survive. That doesn't mean you have to listen to it, right? We as humans need to start developing our brains more, because obviously our fucking technology attribute max the fuck out, right? It's like we prestiged it, nigga, and we're about to hit prestige master type shit. But like our fucking weapons and shit, nah, not even our weapons. Like just the person, right? Think about it like Call of Duty. But think about it like if Call of Duty, there were classes. Oh no, think about it exactly like Black Ops 3, but every nigga that you can play as, every I fucking forgot. Every specialist, right, has to level up. Okay, it's like they're at level 2. Nigga, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are you doing? What am I doing? I'm trying to understand better how other people think about these ideas, and I'm trying to not grow I'm not trying to grow selfishly, right? Because obviously all of the things that I'm saying right now are a view of my world. They're a view, and I understand that there's other views because everybody lives their life very differently, even if there are some similarities, Just because somebody likes Minecraft doesn't mean they both like it for the same fucking reason. It's literally the same thing with everything. So I feel like a way for us to start healing is that we need to better understand each other, right? And this doesn't just start with people on the internet. This starts with people around you. I've been slowly trying to show off these ideas. I've been trying to, well, no, to be very clear, I haven't been trying. I have been, some of these ideas, a couple of my friends really like them. A couple of my coworkers really like them. Just the idea of harmony, of inner growth that leads to a good life. Because what is a good life? If you are expecting life to be nothing but just joy and pleasure, it can be, but you also have to understand that our worlds work in a certain way that things can only happen if other things are going to happen. You feel me? You are born, therefore you must die. Okay, right? Think about it like, I'm trying to give an example. I'm very honestly, I'm trying to explain the law of polarity, because when there is happiness, there will be sadness, right? Right? It's just the other expression of the same emotion. It's just different degrees. All emotions are basically almost all not identical, but they all are just things. They're feelings that we feel, and how, it's just, it all depends on how you interpret those energies. Because think about it almost like just extra energy being developed by the brain because of thousands and thousands and thousands of years of conditioning for you to be that way. That, and on top of the conditioning that we already face in everyday life. So, you know, medieval times, present times, basically the same fucking thing. It's just a lot more fucking modern, right? So this idea of, we're us basically living in medieval time. And this is why it's important, because I had this idea a couple months ago. I started seeing videos that were older than when I had the idea. That means people around us are noticing the similarities between how we used to act and how we are still acting. There's obviously there's always going to be stuff like that. I don't know, right? Just I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. In hindsight, I don't know. This is just, I'm just gonna lay out with a little vision that I just seen, but imagine, well, not imagine, just imagine, right? A world where some people know the truth about true happiness, right? And how to be in alignment, and how to be in tune with your God, with the infinite, with the eternal mind, like the universal mind, omnipresence, whatever you want to call the thing that is giving us life, right? Or giving us the ability to think, because the ability to think is very, very important to our development. It is how we view the world. It is how we communicate with each other. It is how we receive messages intuitively, right? And it is how we get ideas, right, from the infinite. Because if you start thinking about ideas, have you ever tried to force an idea to happen, and it happens sometimes, but if you are connected, if you are able to understand how the universe and how the world works, not just outside of the scope of things of like the universe, but like literally how everything works, how our society works, how you work, how cars work. I'm just playing about the cars part, but Cars 2, Hitler and Cars 2. All right, but what I'm trying to say is, we could all, no, that's not what I was trying to say at all. I was trying to paint a picture in your head, right? So what I saw, and I'm just describing the vision I seen, right? So imagine a world where, again, only a couple of people who dedicate themselves to studying and are shown the way by having full trust in the universe, in God, in the flow, in whatever you want to call it, right? Whatever you interpret to be God, having full trust and faith on it to develop your understanding of the truth, and you will find it. But now these people who know the truth are trying to spread the idea of it. They're not trying to force anything. They're just spreading the idea of how to be, right? And they tell people, just be in search of the truth of yourself, who you are, and you will see the world for what it is. And if you understand how things work around you, how the universe works around you, and how the people work around you, and how people think, and how you think, and how thinking correlates to events happening through manifestation, which is basically just the imagination becoming physical through attraction, which is energy and action. Okay, so people hear this, and some people, because of the lack of studying, or the lack of ignorance, because of the ignorance, in between what they're trying to, the message that they're trying to receive is encoded. So so now they have to invest time to actually learn what they're trying to say, right? So people aren't going to understand the things that I said if you don't have a basic understanding of like the Hermetic principle or some type of psychology, right? Or some type of just understanding of how things are correlated, right? Uh, a state, think about it like a kingdom is now a state, right? Or now a country, right? Now think about the country in terms of the world. It is just another state in the world. It's a continent, right? And now think about the whole galaxy and how there's Milky Ways and different universes, shit like that. It's literally all scaled. Knowing this, we know that there is going to be a scale of good and bad. There's going to be, because in order to have one, we must have another. So just because right now, currently we're going through a lot of bullshit right now, right? Like if you're like in America, there's that ice shit. We're like going to the war. We're like, I don't know. My brother was calling me on the phone earlier, and he was like, "Man, they're having a race war in the county." I'm like, "Damn, that shit cannot be good, bro." So there's for like that. That's an example of my world. That's what I'm aware of, right? So that's what's bad for me. Well, bad, but that's just events that are happening around me that I am aware of. You know, that doesn't actually change my world, knowing these things, right? So, oh wait, no, I'm sorry. I'm trying to explain a different thing. But in that world, people know, and people have to go out their way to study, so they're not going to. They're going to think that's too much work. And until they actually find some reason, or when life gives them the reason to change, they are still free willed. So they will either pick which side to go to. And that's where I'm thinking it's like there's going to be, and that's why I feel like that's why we have celebrity culture, right? Because if you think about it, people who are aligned, people who are harmonious, people who understand themselves and understand other people are very, very charismatic, right? They have, through hard work, dedication, and just a mindset of success, right? Of never giving up. These people usually do what? Reach new heights. They are usually very popular, very famous, right? And they accumulate a lot of money. Okay. That's you being connected. That's you being faithful. That's you being attentive and conscious, aware of what you're thinking and what you're doing with those thoughts, your intention behind them, and what you're doing through action to get to where you want to be, right? So in this world that I imagined, that I seen for like literally 3 seconds in my head, it's a world where some people know the truth, spread it out, but the masses doesn't care. So we just continue a loop of just people not caring. But it's so weird to say that people don't care, because people obviously do care. People just don't want to put in the work. So very obviously, people want to be saved. But the sayings are true. You can't say, well, I mean, maybe there is. Maybe there is. Because using the same laws that I understand, that we all will one day understand, if there's no saying is actually permanent, but it is real, right? And it's also not real. If you believe in something, it's going to be real. But if the other nigga next to you don't believe in shit, he's not gonna believe that. You feel me? It's how we entertain energies, and because thought is energy, it's what we entertain that we attract to ourselves. Okay, now because of that, right? In this world, it almost seemed like the devil had a hand over the world, but he wasn't clutching it. It's almost like, you guys are letting me be here. It's almost like you, because of your choices, I get to reign supreme. And I don't mean the devil as in like um Satan, just or anything. It's just, think about it like the shadow, right? Because it's things. This is a projection. My whatever I envision is, remember, it is a projection. So for me, the devil would be my shadow. So maybe it's less about fixing everyone and just starting with yourself, which is hopefully what I got. I hope you got that from this video. I didn't think this video was gonna be this long, but yeah. So you guys stay safe. You guys, keep on working on yourselves. Keep on developing your mind and your body. You know, don't always be nice to people, but be polite to people. If someone is giving you some dick energy, give them some dick energy. Unless you want to be the bigger person and train your patience. Right. But you also don't want to be in a situation where you can get hurt, unless you're trying to train your fighting skills. So go ahead. Life is too short to not be doing what you want, bro. All right, guys. We'll see ya.